Welcome to a Reddit Bytes production, the best Reddit channel on YouTube. If you subscribe right now, I will give you a cookie. If you don't, that's cool too. Enjoy the show. Today's AskReddit post: what all too common trait do you find extremely unattractive in the opposite, or same, sex? Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. Let's get started. Over talking, not having a give and take in the conversation. A guy and a coworker just talks and talks and talks, then starts fking talking faster. Like I say a sentence, he responds with 10. I just don't expand on the conversation anymore when he finishes because I want him to get phone and let me take over the shift. I have this problem and sometimes I acknowledge this in a conversation and start to talk about it, but I am trying to change, I swear. Inflated egos, entitlement, incapability of being humble and make fun of yourself. I read that as inflated egos. Yum yum. The whole let me push all your buttons, you're wrong. I'm right, I do it because I think it's funny to rile you up shtick, then repeat it immediately, and when you ask them to stop it's all, guess I just won't have fun or joke around anymore and then avoid talking to you at all. It's cool how some people manage to be funny while also being a nice person. Someday I'm sure you'll figure at least one of them out. When they think that their taste in music makes them a superior person instead of just having different tastes. Applies to both genders. Edit. Phrasing. Bruh, this, not just music, big clothes, favorite TV shows, or YouTubers. I just replied basically exactly this like an idiot, then saw your post. Lack of compassion. They only seem to care about themselves. People who do things for clout and don't actually care for being genuine until they need something from you. Person gives homeless man X amount of money and he cries type of videos. Don't show me that shit. Give the man the money, feel good about yourself, and FCK off. Don't give it to him and expect me to praise you, you attention seeker. It absolutely is a good deed, but it's never done to solely help the guy. It's done for internet praise. Shouting at their partners in public. You would hate my parents, lol. I feel the same way. OHH. Well, I've been guilty of doing the same and it's one of those things that make me feel like shitty about myself every time I remember it. The I'm an SSHL and I don't care if people call me an SSHL attitude. Also the I tell it like it is or always speak my mind people, who are basically unfiltered SSHLs. Brutally honest people are typically more concerned with the brutality than the honesty. And X200B. Edit. Spelling. Anyone who takes any advice, disagreement, constructive criticism as a personal attack. In all honesty, I really struggle with this. I hate myself when people are unhappy with me or if I upset someone and I take everything very seriously. Major flaw. Narcissistic, that goes to both genders. Overconfidence is really nasty, because it usually means that they think everyone, including you, is beneath them and treat you accordingly. I have enough enemies who try to put me down to lift themselves up in my life to not date one of them. Edit. Seeing as many people didn't like the word enemies, I'm here to explain. By enemies I meant SSHLs in general. Shitty talking others to make themselves look better. If someone shitty talks everyone else when they're not around, I usually start to wonder how they talk when I'm not in the room. Playing hard to get. If you like me, just fking tell me. Stop beating around the bush. Oversharing on the internet. When I was 7 I pooped in a cereal box and put it back in the pantry. Always on their phone. This shit annoys me so much. I want to talk to someone while looking at them. When they are constantly on their phone it makes me feel like I am talking to myself and it's awkward as FCK. Haha, yeah, I agree. While on my phone replying to this comment, you're allowed to be on your phone. Just keep it in your pocket when you're hanging out with friends. The rest of the world can wait. Messiness and having poor hygiene. I was recently told by a friend that his mom thinks of me as a clean person, and this isn't uncommon, either. People always tell me how I don't stink like all the other guys. My secret? I just shower daily. Not to sound superior, because believe me, I'm not, but it's so easy to be clean, and people do notice. Edit. If you have a financial, skin, or mental health issue, 3 things that I never thought I'd end up grouping together, then of course that should be taken into consideration. Everyone says they want their partner to be super career ambitious. Screw that. I say put in your 40 hours then chill. I want someone who knows how to relax. My partner told me I'm the first partner who won't let him work himself to death. I don't understand that attitude. Don't you like spending time together? To be fair, some people are just built that way. My dad's job pays him shitty tons of money. He could retire tomorrow at 53 and be fine for the rest of his life. You know what he does in his spare time? He started a side business so he could also work on the weekends. He doesn't know how to turn it off. Just general toxic jealous behavior. No, I do not want to sleep with the barista because they asked my name for my order. Yes, I was told to treat as I wanted to be treated as a child, so I will be polite and smile to others from time to time. This does not mean I want to shag every human being I interact with. I had an ex exactly like this. I was once in the hospital getting stitches and they accused me and the doctor flirting with each other. I'm sorry, but someone was doing me a favor and I didn't want to sit there in silence. Hard to get turns to hard to want real fast. As a woman, I've had a lot of people tell me I'm too easy. Countless men and women say I come on too strong, aka respond to texts in a decent time. Have sex quickly if I'm feeling it, etc. The irony is, I just weed out the people who are playing games really quickly because I don't play games. If they wanna chase, they can go find a girl who wants to be chased. I don't have time to waste manipulating my way into an unhealthy relationship. Feeling the need to post on social media constantly and pretending that they don't care about it but obviously care a lot. I've been turned down for dates because I don't have any real social media accounts. No FB, Instagram, Snapchat, etc. It was baffling. One of my online dating profiles says ask for my Instagram if you want to see 3 pictures of Great Falls, Montana from 2014 inches. Men or women, I've seen both, that are entitled and lack empathy. Biggest turn off ever. Being oblivious to different economic circumstances, yes, or poking fun at it. I hated dating while poor. Being rude to wait staff. The alpha mentality. Anytime a dude calls himself an alpha male, I always think of Pinocchio when he says, "I'm a real boy," right? Double quotation mark. Honestly, if a man describes himself as an alpha, there's a 99% chance that 1. He's absolutely not an alpha. 2. He is a misogynist. 3. He is the kind of guy who gets upset if a woman is better than him in any respect. You know, the kind who says he doesn't want his girlfriend to earn more than him. See point 2. Littering. You'd be surprised how many people don't give a FCK and throw shitty out their car window. It's disgusting. Edit. I'm glad so many people feel strongly about littering too. When I was in basic, I went to grab food with a roommate. On our way back, he threw some garbage out the window, so I told him that if he does that again, I'll drive back and make him pick it up, or he can walk the rest of the way back. Needless to say, I was considered to be that guy when it came to littering. Crazy how littering is so normal for some people that when you confront them about it, you're considered to be a weirdo. Desperately trying to be unique. Unlike everybody else, I don't try to be unique. Him just too crazy. Face with stuck out tongue and tightly closed eyes. Not like other girls. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Yee, her best is probably going to be her partying and tripping on Molly until 5 AM when she calls you and asks you to pick her up, acting all cute and as if it was hilarious that she just did that. Chewing with your mouth open. FCK dude, it drives me crazy. Or just in general making that awful smacking sound when you eat. I would rather die alone than have to listen to that at every meal. And I have misophonia, which makes hearing those sounds so incredibly terrible. Like, those types of sounds make me uncontrollably angry and I can't even focus on something else because all of my focus gets shifted over to the sound, making it even worse. I hate having misophonia so much, especially when I'm hearing my triggers and have no way to block the sound. Toxic positivity. I need to be able to feel bad for a moment when I am dealing with something crappy. It helps me get through it. I dislike people pleasers too. Be kind but don't be a doormat. Be kind but don't be a doormat. Whoops. Acting stupid for attention. Or self-deprecation for attention. Like, buddy, now, I self-deprecate because I'm terrified of becoming arrogant. the inability to admit they are wrong or when they apologize and then justify their actions. It depends on the way they justify their actions after apologizing though. It could just be an explanation on why they acted or thought the way they did, to give some insight on their thought process so you don't assume they're just genuinely stupid. There's a fine line between explanation and excuse. Fake tans, like the ones where they look orange. I've seen both men and women walking around like they are hot tea looking like an Oompa Loompa. 4 people be walking around looking like Abraham Lincoln on the penny and it looks so bad. Oh, man. I'm torn on this one. On the one hand, that's a bad color. On the other hand, Honest Abe had a great profile. I work with a guy who's normally clean shaven, but he grew, in about a week, the lucky bastard, a superior Lincoln beard. It happened to be around the time of the Kentucky Derby, and a novelty plastic top hat found its way onto his head. He looked like $1 million. The gaslighting, on any level. So, I'm to blame for your behavior? I'm to blame because you couldn't possibly be wrong or held accountable for your decisions? Edit, whoever you are, thank you for the gold. Pushing you to do something you don't want to because everyone does it and it's fun. Drinking alcohol. I've said no far too much. But why I know? Was your dad an alcoholic? Let's all stop what we're doing and try to pick apart your rationale and life choices. Refusing to do anything they think is considered more feminine cause they think it's gay. Not washing your face doesn't make you straight, it just makes you crusty. I may have some bias since I do lean towards more feminine guys, but there's certain limits, man. I've read alarmingly many accounts on Reddit from people who have met macho men who won't wipe their ass because it's gay to touch your own SSHL. I have gotten into arguments with macho redditors on several occasions who insist circumcision is necessary because men just can't be bothered to wash their PNSs. Like bro, even if you are circumcised you should be washing your stank PNS. Gross. The telepathy tax. Partners who hold it against their so when they fail to anticipate and fulfill their unspoken needs and desires. Acting the martyr. Yes, being over the top selfless is just another form of passive aggressiveness, right? I am completely giving myself up for you to an extent that you could never return. You are such an SSHL, and someday you will suffer when you realize that I have been so good to you. I think it fits literal definition, yes. It's aggressive behavior because you force the other to accept something, then blame him for not returning. And it's passive aggressive because you can have plausible deniability. When people feel bad for or think it's weird when others do things alone. Just because I enjoy going to restaurants watching movies alone doesn't mean I'm lonely, especially when it's an acquaintance and they ask me to sit with them or talk to me for an extended period. Just let me read my book in peace. GD. I remember when I started doing things alone. It felt so weird. My entire life was spent doing things with others. That's just what people do. After a while I liked it more and now prefer it. Complete freedom to go and do whatever you want without someone there to push you into things you don't feel like doing or seeing. Acting like being a BTCH or being edgy is cool. Then people say, wow, they are so empowering. They're a boss. They are savage. They are confident. No Becky. They're rude and arrogant. God, I wish I could upvote this 1,000 times. Being needy and acting like you're the only human in their life. Like, please give me a f***ing break, I didn't adopt a 37-year-old child. 444 months. Thanks. Men bragging about being violent. Bar fight Saint SI honey. These people are baffling. Doesn't make other guys like them either. If you're in a fight every time you go out, I'm pretty sure you're an SSHL and I don't want to be wherever they are. I agree. As a guy, I actively avoid guys like that. When they can't take no for an answer. This is a pretty broad statement, but a lot of guys have trouble taking no. It can go from slightly annoying to really scary in a heartbeat. Edit. By broad statement I mean that it goes for both genders. However, because I am a girl, I only ever encounter guys. I had a guy ask me out, and I said I wasn't sure if I was ready to have a relationship yet, and he wouldn't take no for an answer. Our relationship was miserable, and when I tried to break up with him he wouldn't take it, but he would complain about all the things that were wrong with our relationship, like, getting out wasn't an option, but it just wasn't fixable. I still have no idea why he hung on so long. For me, it's the girls who constantly say I'm ugly and then you tell them they aren't, and then they go no, I am really ugly, and it just goes back and forth. I can't stand it. No, you're not ugly. People just avoid you because you smell bad. Did you hear that, Patrick? We're not ugly, we just stink. Right? Double quotation mark. Smell and poor hygiene. No one smells just because they are a dude. They smell because they don't clean themselves. Excessive body spray is not an alternative. Hot water, soap and shampoo are amazing. Constantly posting shit on social media for attention. I'm straight, but a trait I find annoying in other men is false confidence. A book I once read described it better, but essentially a guy will to give you a definite answer even if he doesn't know, then they won't own it if they're wrong. Treating the waiter like crap at a restaurant. More of a general trait, but extroverts that think there is something wrong with you for being an introvert. Chill people, I am not depressed, I just don't like going to the bar every fking night. I find more enjoyment staying home playing video games or reading a book. Going out with people is exhausting. Nothing wrong with me, I just don't need people around me all the time to be happy. I'm an introvert and I love sitting at home playing video games and being alone. But when someone invites me somewhere and when I decline, they won't stop saying, oh come on, it'll be fun, or why not, like if I said no I mean it. When you're treated like shitty until you prove yourself. Bro, you actually watched the whole video. I'd give you a high five if I was a human. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe for more great content. See you next time.